question for you, I think.
The director knew our music before. So the first approach was actually to have even more songs in the movie representing this, like having the mother figure even more present in songs, telling, giving more emotional depth, more direct communication to the protagonist, to Adam. So there were songs, and we made a lot of songs also together, and and then just it kind of was a process of before and during process, of making music.
Well, I think having known the director for quite some time, and she has always known our band and what it's about, and these two things sort of came together naturally. And it just happens that we have a lead female vocalist, which is also the mother in the film. So the lead female vocalist is Liina in our band, and we thought this fits perfectly. That happened completely naturally, for sure.
I think also dramaturgically, if you think about having in the movie, the mother is a musician, and in Berlin scene it's electro pop towards like dance music, which can be a very direct language to certain emotionality. You know, when you listen to music that has very direct lyrics, it touches certain emotional places. So it really works well, telling a story where the protagonist does not speak, to have somehow pop lyrics or music that is like electropop, that is very rhythmical and very kind of that gives certain vibration. Yeah, it's very interesting because it has so much potential when you work with family. It has extreme potential in the sense of the depth of connecting to something to the core, because stories, we want to have stories that are direct and impactful, and you can identify with, the audience can identify with it, and it has so much potential when you're working with people that you know. It is of course super dramatic at the same time, because you know each other so well that there's potential of miscommunication and going into old behavior stuff. At the same time, you can get to the core of things very fast than having to break ices than when you work with people that you're just getting to know each other with. So it is it's a psychological process that is really, really interesting when you could do that in art, and cinema as a form is amazing to tell stories like that. You go through a process, and then hopefully the audience also can do that.
I feel when you're working with people, time is your biggest equity, and we have an endless amount of that because we're constantly in communication, we're constantly together. It has its pros, which is the time, and then the cons are that it can, of course, affect your personal relationship, like Liina talks about old patterns or whatever, but I don't think we had too bad of a clash in that sense, and I definitely recommend to everyone to work with their family. I mean, most people that I've worked on when I was doing student shorts, for example, they get their parents to do the acting, and it creates a nice atmosphere in the film. It makes it very personal, and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really also when it's a kind of a lore around the film. You see the film and you point out, oh, that's my dad, and they're like, oh, cool. That's a cool thing. You
can grow so much through this awkwardness even more. So it has kind of like, then the work becomes also, I mean, therapy is maybe something, I don't know, can you call it therapy? Because I think it's just a very fast way to, realizing, like for the band or for the music, like realizing you do a movie, you work on movies, and then it reflects on your music, or it reflects on other artistic process that you are in. It's not only locked inside of that project, but the project feeds into each other, and we're working on, I'm working on a music video right now for a song, and I work with my brother, who is the protagonist of Adam, who's Adam, because it's feeding into the music, it's feeding into the energy, and it's feeding also towards the next song that I'm gonna make. So it's also really nice when it kind of communicates with each other. Of course, it's drama, but at the same time, you know, it lights fire into next steps. Maria Solrun, the director of the movie, she was working as a scriptwriter many years in the German film industry. And reaching a certain age, an adult age as a woman, and having been a single mother, it was in the industry kind of getting a bit tricky. And maybe there is, you know, I don't want to make too hard statements, but it is maybe harder as a woman at a certain age to get to projects and to be a director. So it was an initial, also it was kind of a will to tell a story and to make a movie, and knowing how to do that, she took the initiation and just started to do the project on her own. Having a lot of contact, having a lot of people around her, there was a lot of help. And the story came very much from the core of, I think, her being a scriptwriter. She went through a process very other way around, because she did not write a script for this. So it was like rather going through filming and having conversations with the actors and the DOP filming. This is what I know. I'm Liina Magnea.
I'm Haraldur Thrastarson.
And please come watch Adam in the Cineteca Nacional in Mexico City.
Yeah, come.